Phrasal verbs are combinations of words that, when used together, take on a new meaning. They often consist of a verb and a preposition or adverb. For instance, the verb look can be combined with different prepositions to create phrases like look up, look after, and look into. Each of these has a unique meaning that's different from just look. Learning phrasal verbs can be tricky, but it's very rewarding. Using phrasal verbs can help you understand native speakers better. In this tutorial, we will explore several phrasal verbs that ends with the word away. Let's dive in and explore each one with simple explanations and examples. Let's start with the phrasal verb fire away. It means to start asking questions or to begin speaking. It is often used to give permission to someone to start talking. For example, if someone says, "Do you mind if I ask you some questions?" You can respond with fire away. It's a way to make the other person feel comfortable. In a classroom, a teacher might say, "If you have any questions, just fire away." This encourages students to ask questions without hesitation. Using fire away can make your conversations more engaging and interactive. The phrasal verb work away means to continue working on something with dedication and effort. It often implies a steady and persistent effort over time. For example, you might say, "She worked away at her project until it was perfect." This means she kept working hard on her project without giving up until she achieved the desired result. In another context, a person might say, "I saw him in the garden, working away on his new sculpture." This gives a picture of someone fully engrossed in their work, putting in continuous effort. Using work away shows commitment and a strong work ethic. The phrasal verb go away means to leave a place or to move to a different location. It can be used in various situations, from polite requests to more urgent demands. For instance, if someone is bothering you, you might say, "Go away, please." This is a polite way to ask them to leave you alone. In another scenario, a person might use it when planning a trip. "We decided to go away for the weekend." This means they are leaving their home to spend time somewhere else, usually for relaxation or a break. Go away can be used in many contexts, making it a versatile phrase to learn. Section 5. Stay away. The phrasal verb stay away means to avoid going near a place or person. It is often used as a warning or advice to keep a safe distance from something or someone. For example, a parent might tell their child, "Stay away from the busy road." This is a warning to keep the child safe by avoiding the dangerous area. In another context, someone might say, "I try to stay away from junk food." This means they make an effort to avoid eating unhealthy food. Stay away is an important phrase for safety and health. It helps communicate boundaries and care in various situations. Section 6. Get away. The phrasal verb get away means to escape from a place or situation, often to find relief or freedom. It can also mean to take a short vacation or break. For example, if you are feeling stressed at work, you might say, "I need to get away for a while." This means you need a break to relax and recharge. In another scenario, someone might say, "The thief got away before the police arrived." This means the thief escaped and was not caught. Get away is a versatile phrase that can describe both literal and figurative escapes. It's useful for talking about vacations as well as urgent escapes. Section 7. Pass away. The phrasal verb pass away is a gentle way to say that someone has died. It is often used to show respect and sensitivity when talking about death. For example, you might say, "Her grandfather passed away last night." This means her grandfather died, but the phrase is softer and more respectful than saying died. In another context, someone might use it in a condolence message. "I am sorry to hear about your loss. My thoughts are with you since your father passed away." Pass away is an important phrase for discussing death in a compassionate and respectful manner. Section 8. Walk away. The phrasal verb walk away means to leave a situation, often because it is difficult or problematic. It can also mean to leave without getting involved or to physically walk away from a place. For example, you might say, "She decided to walk away from the argument." This means she chose not to continue arguing and left the situation. In another scenario, someone might say, "After the meeting, he walked away feeling uncertain." This means he left the meeting feeling unsure. Walk away is a practical phrase for describing the act of leaving both physical places and challenging situations. It emphasizes the decision to move away from something. Section 9. To be carried away. The phrase "to be carried away" means to become overly excited or enthusiastic about something, often to the point of losing self-control. It can describe someone who gets so involved in an activity or emotion that they forget to stay grounded. For example, if someone is telling a story and gets very animated, you might say, he got carried away with his storytelling. This means he became very excited and perhaps exaggerated a bit. In another context, someone might say, she was carried away by her emotions and made a hasty decision. This means her strong emotions led her to act impulsively. To be carried away is a colorful phrase that adds depth to descriptions of enthusiasm or emotional intensity. Section 10. Do away with. The phrasal verb do away with means to get rid of something or to eliminate it. This phrase is often used when discussing the removal of unnecessary or unwanted items, rules, or practices. For example, if a company decides to remove old policies, they might say, we need to do away with outdated procedures. This means they want to eliminate old ways of doing things to improve efficiency. In another scenario, someone might say, they did away with the old furniture when they moved. Do away with is a useful phrase for discussing the removal or elimination of things. Section 11. Get away with. The phrasal verb get away with means to do something wrong or inappropriate without being caught or punished. It often implies that the person has avoided consequences. For example, you might say, he cheated on the test and got away with it. This means he cheated but was not caught or punished for it. In another context, someone might say, she always gets away with arriving late to work. This means she is not penalized for being late, even though it is not acceptable behavior. Get away with is a revealing phrase that describes situations where rules are broken without repercussions. Section 12. Give away. The phrasal verb give away means to give something to someone for free. It can also mean to reveal a secret or hidden information unintentionally. For example, they decided to give away their old clothes to charity. This means they donated their clothes for free to help others. In another scenario, someone might say, she accidentally gave away the surprise party plans. This means she revealed the plans by mistake, spoiling the surprise. Giveaway is a practical phrase for talking about both generous acts and accidental disclosures. Section 13. Put away. The phrasal verb put away means to place something in its proper location after use. It can also mean to save money for future use. For example, please put away your toys after playing. This means to return the toys to their designated place when done. In another context, someone might say, they put away some money every month for their vacation. This means they save money regularly for future travel. Put away is a useful phrase for discussing organization and saving. Section 14. Run away with. The phrasal verb run away with means to take something quickly and escape, often without permission. It can also mean to become overly influenced or controlled by something such as emotions or ideas. For example, the thief ran away with the stolen goods. This means the thief took the goods and escaped quickly. In another context, someone might say, her imagination ran away with her as she planned her novel. This means her ideas became very elaborate and detailed, perhaps more than necessary. Run away with is a vivid phrase for describing both physical escapes and strong influences. Section 15. Take away. The phrasal verb take away means to remove something from a place or to subtract something. It can also refer to food that is bought to be eaten elsewhere. For example, please take away the dishes after dinner. This means to remove the dishes from the table and put them away. In another scenario, someone might say, we decided to order takeaway for dinner. This means they bought food from a restaurant to eat at home. Take away is a practical phrase for discussing removal and convenience. Section 16. Turn away. The phrasal verb turn away means to refuse entry or to send someone away. It can also mean to avert one's gaze. For example, the club turned away guests who were not members. This means the club did not allow non-members to enter. In another context, someone might say, she turned away from the scary scene in the movie. This means she looked away to avoid seeing something frightening. Turn away is a useful phrase for discussing rejection and avoidance. Section 17. Summary on phrasal verbs. Understanding phrasal verbs is crucial for mastering English. They are widely used in everyday conversation and can make your speech more natural. Each phrasal verb has a unique meaning that can change depending on the context. In this essay, we explored several away phrasal verbs. From fire away to turn away, each phrase offers a different way to express actions and emotions. Practice these phrases, and soon, they will become a natural part of your vocabulary. Keep exploring and learning, and you'll find that mastering phrasal verbs opens up new levels of understanding and expression in English. Like and subscribe.